Hello to all those I haven't met before.
Hello.
Hello. I suppose the question to be asked is, what is it that a neuroscientist can help teachers? Because I have trained something in the order of 700, 800 teachers. What makes a good teacher? What makes you an excellent teacher? Somebody who excels in the process of teaching. What is it? I suppose really the best measurement I've come up across is one that time has no value. If you think about that for a moment, you'll know what I mean. Time has no value. The children come into your class at, say, 12 o'clock, and before they know it, it's 1 o'clock. That hour has gone by. You've actually extracted from them that hour. You've taken them 1 hour out of their lives by your sheer genius of being able to put forward the right amount of emphasis and excitement of the subject. And if you look at the great teachers of the past, you would look at probably stemming back, you'd probably look at people like, I suppose, Mao Zedong, there'd be Jesus Christ, there would be the Prophet Muhammad. All those were great teachers. They were great teachers. And what is the point of a great teacher is someone who can take time that belongs to somebody else and use it. That's what a great teacher is. So what are the things that helps you to make a great teacher? Number one, I suppose, is planning. One of the things I would set up, and I've set up before, is a laboratory for teaching. A teaching laboratory, where if you're going to say teach a particular subject, I would put you through a laboratory to get you to put it in front of a camera before you go in front of the children. There's a very simple way of doing it. So what do you think teaching? What do you think? Do you agree with me that a great teacher is somebody who takes away time? Yes or no? The last thing, a great teacher is somebody who has total control of the class. You should get that anyhow. I would say somebody who has to fight to get the control of a class is not a good teacher. Anyone that shouts is not a good teacher. If you're going to teach maths, for instance, I believe you're a trainee maths teacher. Yes. Well, if you've got to, all your trainees, if you're going to say, no, shut up. No, let's have respect the teacher. Why? Why should anybody respect you? You've got to earn that by your genius. You've got to prove to the world that you're. So if you're going to teach fractions, for instance, you would spend time planning your lesson on fractions. I do even today, do you know? Although I know fractions back to front, before I teach fractions, I always go through with in my plan, my lesson plan. I never ever go to a lesson without doing a lesson plan. Always do a lesson plan. So let's have a look. So let's assume you're going along the corridor and in through the door you go, and there they're all waiting. They're all waiting for your voice. How are you going to speak to them? Is your first words, if they're making a noise, shut up! Is it? If it is, then you failed. Can you make them laugh? Do you know, I always remember one of the best models that I ever used was a teacher of brilliance. She taught science, and she walked into the classroom, and every time she walked in through the door, it was like a paralysis. The entire class was paralyzed. I thought, oh my God, what's she going to do? And I waited. They were waiting for her to do one thing. She always used to put two chemicals together that when those two fused together, stunk. They made a terrible smell. And she had a whole variety of them. And she didn't even say a word. She would just walk in, and if they saw her do that, they thought there's going to be a terrible smell, because they thought that she was going to do something. And I said, how often do you do that? And she said, well, I just do it automatically, because I don't want to shout at them. And they said, Miss, what are you going to do? What are you going to use? And talk about bad eggs, you name it. It was everything. She used everything. So if you're going to teach a particular lesson, I always think that what you should do is to have something that you can trigger with the students. Now, in maths, it's wonderful, because you can give them lots of a whole pile of wrong answers and say, I put there 7 times 8 divided by 2 equals so and so. Is that right? And they say, yeah, well, you put it down. It was, I tricked you. Now I want you to work out the right answer. You know, just make it fun. Try and make it fun. If you make it fun, then you will hold them. Now, you know the rule, don't you? What you should do is you should hold them.